Hello, I'm Oleander and welcome to my flower garden. I randomly waking up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night decided to make a Splatoon man because I remembered I took ecology class. I just know random facts about sea creatures, so I'm gonna input those random facts into silly little Splatoonosies. Because I can, and name silly little bands after their silly little attack maneuvers and just put that throughout the whole band. So, sea anemones in particular use nidocytes, or they're just simply known as stinging cells. Now, how does any of that have to do with a Splatoon band? Well, I took that theme and ran with it throughout the whole band. The band consists of a beadlet anemone, hermit crab, box jellyfish, and aeoli... Why do I put things on here that I can't pronounce? Why?
Aeolid nudibranch.
Aeolid? Aeolid slug? I don't know, they're all poisonous. Well, dangerous. They have stinging cells. Now, throughout the speed paint here, I accidentally picked all sea creatures that are blue and orange. And so I just took that and ran with it as the color palette throughout the whole band. This was not intentional whatsoever. I have no clue how I managed it, because I knew I wanted the main two, the anemone and the hermit crab that I'm going to be talking about a little bit, to be blue and orange, and then I just accidentally picked the other two as blue and orange. I have no clue how this happened at all. When it comes to their clothing, I based their clothing off of Japanese metal groups. Because when I looked up death metal groups in America, they were just all kind of boring. I guess, I don't know, it's just all of them were long hair, plain t-shirts, casual, but it was just kind of boring and I just didn't like it. So I based them off of Japanese death metal groups' fashion. Everyone in Japanese metal group fashion except Feburary, because I just thought he would look better in the American style fashion. I just don't think he has a sense of style entirely. So he's wearing a little shirt that has the band's logo on it, which is a nidocyte, by the way. I'm not entirely sure the groups I based off their fashion from. When looking up Japanese death metal fashion in Google, I found a bunch of images of really cool looking fashion, and that's where I took it from. Except for mesh sleeves, I kind of just wanted mesh sleeves. One group, I found a awesome hat that I knew that was going over the guy's eye slightly, so I knew I wanted to put it on my jellyfish because I thought it'd look really cute, and I was already considering putting an eye patch on, but I didn't want to put an eye patch on her, so the hat works perfectly. I also saw someone wearing a open jacket with a tube top or something, and that's where my little jellyfish fashion came from. For my slug, I just kind of put something together. I don't know. I saw funky pants, and since they have 1 foot showing, I knew it was going to be long backy pants, so that I have the one leg trailing behind and the other one bunched up at the ankle. I thought that looked cool, and it kind of does, and it also has long floppy sleeves as well with the shirt. Hi dog. Brio, I just did a simple tight jeans kind of look with a belt and a basic shirt with mesh sleeves. I don't think he probably fits in the Japanese death metal fashion at all, but it works. I just kind of wanted him to look like that. When I got to the color blocking phase of the art, I completely changed the hermit crab shape because I based it off of Coco, the coconut crab, which is a completely different kind of crab and different anatomy, and I just could not find any other references for crabs in Splatoon. He's literally the only crab that I could find. I don't know if I'm missing someone or if they just also don't look like hermit crabs. So if we get an official design, I'll use that to change him, but for now he looks like what he looks like when we get there in the speed paint. I didn't do the speed paint in order at all with the script or each character separately. so the script is all over the place. I'm gonna talk about the lore I created for everyone though. First would be Brio, the sea anemone lead singer of the death metal group I'm calling Stinging Cells, quite obviously, the whole reason why we're here. I'm not a music person, but his vocals have a bit of what I think are called growls and screams mixed in. You know, the singing that makes you wonder how they're not hurting their vocal cords? Because I don't know how to describe what it's called. Character design wise, I wanted to balance out how tiny and small I wanted him to be. Because I think it'd be kind of cool to have like a tiny little guy and just make him death metal scream. And to balance him out like character design wise, I gave him a hermit crab because, well, a hermit crab like foil character. I researched things like different sea creatures that don't get sung by an enemies like clownfish do. And I was reminded hermit crabs use themselves? No. Hermit crabs use sea anemones to defend themselves from predators by putting them on their back. So I made Brio a childhood friend called Hermes. He doesn't like doing music at all, but he supports his friends and all that. Yeah, that's English. Let me just like run that back. He doesn't like doing music at all, but he loves to support his friends, and as long as he's able to do his hobbies on the side, he's happy. His hobbies, I actually like made the hobbies here. He likes to collect succulents and little plants like that because they look like little ocean plants to me. And also, Splatsville is in the middle of the desert, so I think that fits. Hermie also is a bass and backup vocalist. I imagine his voice is somewhat soft like Mr. Coco is, and it just adds a nice contrast to like Brio's voice. Third bandmate, my favorite, quite honestly, when I designed her, beautiful. Riff, the box jellyfish. I just looked up what the most dangerous jellyfish was, and that's where I got the box jellyfish. I don't know. I know they have stinging cells too, so it works. I'm not sure what kind of jellyfish the Splatoon ones are normally, but they look similar to the box jellyfish, so I'm just gonna assume that's what they are. She's the guitarist of the group because I feel like her loose tentacles would be able to actually strum the guitar really well. I don't know if that's weird. She's also got multiple tentacles, like as her feet, and I feel like she'd be able to use those too, possibly. I don't know. I don't think they're able to pick up guitars at all, although I have seen them pick up heavy objects in videos, so maybe I'm also just dressing up jellyfish from the game. They're so cute. Look at the little hat and leather jacket and the little spikes and... Okay, last but not least, Arrow. The slug. I'm not gonna try and pronounce the type of slug again, even though it says it in my script. I'm not gonna try it again. Anyway, I feel like Arrow would be a good drummer for the group due to the giant foot present in Sea Slug's design in Splatoon, and it would allow Arrow to hit the drum, like the lower drum foot pedal thing, possibly needing a booster due to height problems with the drum kit, but it might work. I've probably made the most dysfunctional band possible due to their size, and I realized none of them could play Turf War, except for maybe Brio, because they're humanoid, but I also don't know if none of them could play Turf War. The only person with fingers in this whole entire band is on vocals. Everyone else, no fingers, just the vocalist. I'm thinking maybe giving him a violin too would be kind of cool, because it's just another cool instrument to add with like metal groups, but not sure yet. That might be something developed later on if everyone's interested. Oh? Are you still here? Thank you so much for listening to my rambling, maybe considering refilling your subscribe button, or even your like special. They help me a lot in the Turf War battle that is YouTube's algorithm. Until my next video, bye bye!